Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. We sing. Try to sing after me. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajanarandana Yamuna Tirabana Chari Yashodanandana Brajajanarandana Yamuna Tirabana Chari संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय। हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय। बोलो जय श्री कृष्ण भगवान की जय। भगवद गीता ग्रंथ की जय। ताई गौर हरि प्रेमानंद हरि हरि हरे कृष्णा. So all of you have your Bhagavad Gita. Is there anyone who doesn't have his Bhagavad Gita? Yeah, so please keep your Bhagavad Gita. This is your book. This is your book, right? This is the only book which is yours. Hare Krishna. So please go to page number 1 after the introduction. Wait a second. Before that, yeah, sorry. Page number 1, yeah, introduction. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, yeah. So page number 1, introduction, right? So here there are some verses. Om Ajnanatirmirandasya, right? There are some verses. Try to, I know so for some of you it's the first time, you can't sing. But try to sing. Okay, just try to be with me. Right? If you do this every day, in 1 week you will actually sing. Right? Next time you will actually sing. हरे कृष्ण। ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Please repeat after me as loudly as you can. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya cha Nanda Gopah Kumaraya Govinda Namo Namaha Namah Pankajanabhaya Namah Pankajamalini Namah Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangre Namo Maha Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratvishe Namaha Namo Brahmanyaya Devaya Gau Brahmana Hitaya cha Jagaditaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी
निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी
पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य
प्रभो
नित्यानंद
श्री अद्वैत
श्री अद्वैत गदाधर
श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद
श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद
हरे कृष्णा
हरे कृष्णा
कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे
कृष्णा कृष्णा
हरे हरे
राम राम हरे हरे
करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयति गिरिं यत्कृपः तमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं श्रीपरमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम् ओम अपवित्रो पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थं गतोऽपि वा यत् स्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्षः सः भ्याभ्यान्तरं शुचि श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु वृंदाय तुलसी देव्याय प्रियाय केशवस्य च विष्णु भक्ति प्रद देवी सत्यवत्याय नमः. So taking from Tulsi Maharaj, who is right there in the garden, Hare Krishna, who is right there in the garden, and taking permission from all one souls, wonderful personalities who have come here. I seek your blessings for starting Srimad Bhagavad Gita discussion today. Srimad Bhagavad Gita is explained by Shankaracharya, who is Swayam Lord Shiva. The book that you are holding in your hand, there is nothing beyond this. You should have the. Many of you have attended 12 sessions before attending this class. Some of you have not attended. Can I know who all have not attended the 12 sessions? Okay. So you will be sent some links. Each week, one link. You have to finish that. Right? Because they are the sessions which are prelude before you start Bhagavad Gita. They're called signs of self-realization. If you hear that, then you can understand Bhagavad Gita easily. Otherwise, it will be a little. Just like we go from class 1, class 2, class 3, class 12. Now I'm directly talking graduation. Right? So you might say, hey Prabhu, how are you saying like this? I'm sorry, you were not there in class 3. Right? So those 12 sessions, make it homework for you. And you can finish it in 1 week. It's a 3-hour session each. So each day, one hour, you can hear it and finish. Okay? So we will send that link. Prabhu, can you each week one link? Yeah. This is Harshal Prabhu. He will send it in the group. And who all are not there in the 2025 batch WhatsApp group? Can you please lift your hand? There are 3 or 4, 5 hands there. So yeah, this Prabhu will come and include you in the group. Please get included because all the announcements related to this group, related to the study group, will be there in that WhatsApp group. That WhatsApp will not be used for anything else except discussions on Bhagavad Gita. No other discussions. I know there is a war we are all waiting to start with Pakistan, and I'm sure we'll start and smash it to pieces. But that doesn't need to be discussed in that group. This is Mahabharata. This is Bhagavad Gita, right? So I'm sure every one of you have experienced a lot of things in your life. Krishna has given a lot of realizations already. Let me tell you, everybody here is equally intelligent. Equally intelligent. Actually, there is nothing that I have to tell you or nothing that anybody has to tell anyone. But the problem is, we have remained away from that knowledge for too long. That is the reason these sessions are just to remind you what you already know. All of you already know Bhagavad Gita. If somebody thinks that, I don't know Bhagavad Gita, it's only because you yourself have remained away from it. And Krishna says that in the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, that I have come here again to establish Bhagavad Gita because the chain is broken. You people are not attentive. You have not continued this knowledge. So that is the reason I have come again. So, what is the use of even learning this Bhagavad Gita? Very simple. You will know why you are alive. As simple as that. You will not know why you are a Hindu, Muslim, Christian. Those all things are secondary. First of all, you will know who are you, you are a human being, and why are you alive? And what is that you have to achieve before you die? As simple as that. You don't need to give any bigger definition of Bhagavad Gita than that. Right? What are you? What is your goal? And what is the process to achieve that goal? Right? It's called Sambandha Gyan, Abhideya Gyan, Prayojana Gyan. The three Gyanas. Sambandha Gyan, meaning relationship between you and God. Sambandha Gyan. Second, Abhideya Gyan, meaning process to achieve God. There is a process. What is that process? Chanting His names, doing His bhajan, going to temple and hearing about Him, seeing, taking His darshan. These are all process. Going to holy places. Right? What about?
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry. My neck and back is gone. So I'm trying to somehow sit here and just forgive me for the inconvenience. There are three knowledge. Understand this fundamental before we get started. Everybody please repeat after me. Sambandha Gyan.
Sambandha Gyan.
We all are born in India, Bharat. So I'm sure you understand the meaning of Sambandha. It's the same in Kannada also, it's the same in Telugu also, in Hindi also. क्या मतलब है संबंध का? Relationship. Gyan means what? Knowledge, right? So please repeat after me. Abhideya Gyan.
Abhideya Gyan.
Abhideya means process. Okay? Process, knowledge. Knowledge which gives you the process. Please repeat after me. Prayojana Gyan.
Prayojana Gyan.
What is prayojana? Purpose. इसका प्रयोजन क्या है? Right? What is the purpose? Goal. Right? Prayojana Gyan. Please repeat again. Sambandha Gyan.
Sambandha Gyan.
Abhideya Gyan.
Abhideya Gyan.
Prayojana Gyan. In Bhagavad Gita, you will receive all these three. By the time you finish the 18th chapter, right, you will understand your relationship, your process that you followed, and why you have followed. Right? What is the whole purpose? It is not a sentimental scripture. There are a lot of fools in the world today, 99.99% fools, who reject Bhagavad Gita without studying it. How many such people you have seen? You will see. Will you come to Bhagavad Gita and say, क्या है यार, तुम जाओ ना, क्या रखा है ऐसे time pass? You believe in. They don't even know what is there in it. Right? When somebody rejects such an authentic scripture, such a great knowledge, with the greatest of the people in the world are studying, Swayam Shivji, Bholenath, Ashutosh is telling that there is nothing higher than this. Who are we to reject it? But I congratulate all of you for selecting it. Right? Today all of you have come here because He has permitted you to come here. When Bhagavad Gita was spoken, everything was shut off except Krishna and Arjuna. Meaning what? He doesn't speak this knowledge to anybody and everybody. He chose when He wants to speak. And He spoke. And nobody could hear. Nobody could hear. If you are able to hear this now, that means He has chosen you. You might wonder, Prabhu, मैंने क्या किया choose करने के लिए? You have not done anything. Somebody has prayed for you. I don't know who prayed for you. Your mother prayed for you, your brother prayed for you, some devotee prayed for you. Somebody looked at you and said, Krishna, please, kuch karo iska. Right? That is the reason you are here. Don't think, oh, I have done something, I'm qualified, I know Sanskrit, I think I already know 20 verses, so I have come. No. And one more humble request. I want you to have this book, not any other Bhagavad Gita. Because this is our textbook. Right? अगर ये नहीं है, खरीद लो. जिंदगी में बहुत चीज खरीद के अलमारी में रख के जिंदगी भर यूज नहीं करते. Right? ये 300 रुपए 350 में आता है, ले लो. ठीक है? इस पे कंजूसी करोगे तो कोई कृष्ण में क्या बोलेगा? है कि नहीं? हाँ? Lot of people do vrata for Shani. Right? There is an old joke. One fellow, he becomes very sad So he goes to astrologer. Astrologer tells, "Arey, तुम्हारे शनि है, so you'll not be happy." He starts crying. I have shani. What to do? Do something. He says, "Okay, I have a vrat. If I do that vrat, your shani will go. 1,000 rupees you have to pay." He says, "Yeah, 1,000 rupees too much. I don't have 1,000 rupees." Then he says, "अरे यार, इतना भी नहीं है तो कैसे जाएगा शनि? एक काम करो, किसी और को मत बोलो, 500 rupees. I'll do the vrat." Then he says, 500 rupees? You are asking too much. I'm already suffering. This is too much. Then that astrologer also feels mercifully. What kind of person this fellow is? Looking at him, he's crying also. He says, "Okay, 50 rupees. 50 rupees. Just give 50 rupees. 50 rupees क्या आता है? कुछ भी नहीं आता है कि नहीं? I'm doing it for only for the ingredients. Just to bring those ingredients, I'm asking 50 rupees. That kumkum, paspu, whatever." He said, "Sir, please understand, sir. I don't have 50 rupees also." Then say, "Leave it here. जिसके पास 50 रुपए शनि भी उसका क्या बिगाड़ देगा?" है कि नहीं? In the same way, if you are thinking अगर आप 350 रुपए लगा के ये खरीदने के लिए सोच रहे हो, कौन भगवान आपका क्या कर सकता है बोलो? Please take this. Please buy this. Right? Keep this as your personal. प्रभु जी हमारे घर में है, आपके घर में है, आपके लिए नहीं है, आपका किधर है? मेरे पति के पास है, नहीं, तुम्हारा किधर है? Right? Where is yours? Have your personal copy. You see this copy of mine? So I have written 3 angles: Leelanandas, 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 and inside also. And if I go to the, see my notes. In every page I have my notes. Whenever I hear from my seniors, I take this book, I take the verse. दिख रहा है? नोट दिख रहा है? You see? इसको पूजा मत करो, इसको पढ़ो, वो सही पूजा है. Right? And it is not a book that you have to just keep in some showcase. You have to write. It's a textbook. You all are going to college, right? You are coming here to learn Bhagavad Gita. That's why I call it a study group, not a Parayana group. Saying that, हम पारायण करेंगे पूरा 700 श्लोक, उसके बाद क्या करेंगे? पुष्पा 2 देखेंगे. क्या हुआ पारायण करने का? कुछ नहीं हुआ. 700 श्लोक का मगअप कर लिया, मतलब एकदम पूरा सीख लिया, कोई इफेक्ट नहीं आएगा. Krishna is telling you will not get any effect unless you become a devotee. If you are not a devotee of Krishna, you cannot understand Bhagavad Gita. Prabhu, I am not a devotee. Then read Bhagavad Gita. You will become a devotee. Right? Either this way or that way, we have to surrender to the knowledge in this book. And no human being has written Bhagavad Gita. You cannot write also. When you finish the 18th chapter, you'll realize, Prabhu, ho hi nahi sakta. No human can speak this. It is beyond any human intelligence. Okay? So once again, I humbly request every one of you to pray to Lord Krishna. Fold your hands and close your eyes in a heart of heart. Just pray to Lord Krishna that, Krishna, I have taken birth in some family. It's a pious family. And because of the blessings of my parents, I've got some good culture in my life. And I've come here because of the blessings of my elders and all my well-wishers. And I request you to please reveal your knowledge to me. I'm not intelligent to understand Bhagavad Gita. I'm not even intelligent to understand my own life. But I pray humbly at your lotus feet, Krishna, as you have given this knowledge to Arjuna, please let this knowledge elevate my consciousness, allow me to understand it, so that one day I will really become happy in life, irrespective of what is happening around me, irrespective of how people are treating me, irrespective of how I am living a life in this world. I request you to please give me this divine knowledge, the highest knowledge, the ultimate knowledge, which will ultimately take me back to you. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. At the same time, I would like to start this taking the blessings of my Guru, His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, and his Guru, and the Sansthapak Acharya of ISKCON, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, And his guru, who ordered him to spread this knowledge around the world, His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Srila Prabhupada, and his guru, Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, who told that there is nothing higher than devotion. There is no knowledge which is higher than devotion. And his guru, His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta, Bhakti Vinod Thakur Goswami Maharaj, who, being a simple grahastha, a household person, a magistrate, defined how Bhagavad Gita can be practiced in his life, in everybody's life, right? And his guru, Jagannath Das Babaji, and so on and so forth, the entire Guru Parampara, including the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, Rupa Sanatana, Raghunath Bhatta, Gopala Bhatta, Jiva Goswami. And I also pay obeisances to Srila Vyasadeva, without whose mercy we would not get this knowledge. And where I am sitting is called Vyasasana. I am not qualified to sit here. I humbly pray to Lord Krishna that He allows me to repeat this knowledge and blesses me that I become capable of even repeating this. I humbly submit my obeisances in front of everybody sitting in front of me. I am not any guru. Don't look at me like any guru. I am not. I'm just a Xerox machine, which is printing and showing what is already there. Right? I'm just a copier. And I'm just repeating what the great parampara of acharyas have given, right? So let us become a servant of the servant of Sri Krishna in order to understand this Bhagavad Gita. And let us every day chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, at least minimum 1 round. And I humbly request, reach 16 rounds as soon as you can, because time is very short, right? There is nothing more important than spiritual life. Material life will go on. Everybody leads a material life. Even an animal leads a material life. There's nothing special about it. But spiritual life, only a human being can lead. So please utilize this great opportunity and let us start Srimad Bhagavad Gita with chapter 1, verse 1. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Please repeat after me. Are you there? Page number 33. Mati, आपके पास नहीं है भगवद गीता. ले लो इधर. Can somebody give her a Bhagavad Gita? Whoever doesn't have, please take it. ये आपका Bhagavad Gita है. Have your personal copy. You should write your name on it. ठीक है? Okay. Chapter 1. Verse 1. Chapter name, Observing the Armies on the Battlefield of Kurukshetra. Dhritarashtra Uvacha. Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Yuyutsavaha Mamaka Pandavaschaiva Kim Akurvata Sanjaya Dhritarashtra Uvacha Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Yuyutsavaha Mamaka Pandavaschaiva Kim Akurvata Sanjaya. Please repeat after me. Dhritarashtra Uvacha. King Dhritarashtra said, Dharmakshetre, in the place of pilgrimage. Kurukshetre, in the place named Kurukshetra. Samaveta, assembled. Yuyutsava, desiring to fight. Mamaka, my party, sons. Pandava, the sons of Pandu. Cha, and Eva, certainly. Kim, what? Akurvata, did they do? Sanjaya, O Sanjaya. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Repeat. Hare Krishna. Repeat after me. Dhritarashtra said, O Sanjaya, after my sons and the sons of Pandu assembled in the place of pilgrimage at Kurukshetra, desiring to fight, what did they do? Hare Krishna. So, we'll read the purport. Right? I humbly request Shashank Prabhu, can you read the purport? Yeah. My neck is aching, so I just can't see it down.
Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Bhagavad Gita is the widely read theistic science summarized in the Gita Mahatmya, glorification of the Gita. There it says that one should read Bhagavad Gita very scrutinizingly with the help of a person who is a devotee of Sri Krishna and try to understand it without personally motivated interpretations. The example of clear understanding is there in the Bhagavad Gita itself. In the way of the teaching is understood by Arjuna, who heard the Gita directly from the Lord. If someone is fortunate enough to understand the Bhagavad Gita from the Lord, if someone is fortunate enough to understand the Bhagavad Gita in the line of the disciplic succession without motivated interpretation, then he surpasses all studies of Vedic wisdom and all scriptures of the world. One will find in the Bhagavad Gita all that is contained in other scriptures, but the reader will also find things which is not to be found elsewhere. That is the specific standard of the Gita. It is the perfect theistic science because it is directly spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. The topics discussed by Dhritarashtra and Sanjaya is described in the Mahabharata from the basic principle for the great philosophy. It is understood that this philosophy evolved on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, which is a sacred place of pilgrimage from the immortal time of the Vedic age. It was spoken by the Lord when he was present personally on this planet for the guidance of mankind. The word Dharmakshetra, a place where religious rituals are performed, is significant because on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, the Supreme Personality of Godhead was present on the side of Arjuna. Dhritarashtra, the father of the Kurus, was highly doubtful about the possibility of his son's ultimate victory. In his doubt, he inquired from his secretary, Sanjaya, what did they do? He was confident that both his sons and sons of his younger brother Pandu were assembled in the field of Kurukshetra for a determined engagement of the war. Still, his inquiry is significant. He did not want to compromise between his cousins and brothers, and he wanted to be sure that the fate of his sons on the battlefield. Because the battle was arranged to be fought at Kurukshetra, which is mentioned elsewhere in the Vedas as a place of worship. Even further denized of heaven, Dhritarashtra became very fearful about the influence of the holy place on the outcome of the battle. He knew very well that this would influence Arjuna and the sons of Pandu favorably, because by nature they were all virtuous. Sanjaya was a student of Vyasa, and therefore, by the mercy of Vyasa, Sanjaya was able to envision the battlefield of Kurukshetra even while he was in the room of Dhritarashtra. And so, Dhritarashtra asked him about the situation on the battlefield. Both the Pandavas and the sons of Dhritarashtra belong to the same family, but Dhritarashtra's mind is disclosed herein. He deliberately claimed only his sons as Kurus, and he separated the sons of Pandu from the family heritage. One can thus understand the specific position of Dhritarashtra in the relationship of his nephews, the son of Pandu. As in the paddy field, the unnecessary plants are taken out, so it is expected from the very beginning of these topics in the religious field of Kurukshetra, where the father of religion, Sri Krishna, was present, the unwanted plants like Dhritarashtra's son, Duryodhana, and others would be wiped out, and and the thoroughly religious people headed by Yudhishthira would be established by the Lord. This is the significance of the words Dharmakshetra and Kurukshetra apart from their historical and Vedic importance.
Hare Krishna. So, Srila Prabhupada is explaining why this verse was spoken. Right? It's very clear that Dhritarashtra is saying, my sons and the sons of Pandu. Actually, the Vedic tradition says that your brother's sons are equal to your sons. That is how it should be treated. Right? And the mere fact that in those days, when the Vedic tradition was so nicely prevalent, him saying, Mamaka Pandavas Chaiva, my sons and the sons of Pandu, itself means his attitude. Itself means he never felt that Pandavas were his children. And you might ask, why Dhritarashtra is first verse of Bhagavad Gita, such a pure scripture? You would want to hear Sri Bhagavan Vacha, Sri Krishna Vacha, right? You want to start the first word with the most auspicious person's name. But look at Bhagavad Gita, it is starting with the worst person's name. Right? In the entire Mahabharata, worst candidate who has created so much problem for everybody is Dhritarashtra. And Bhagavad Gita is starting with Dhritarashtra Vacha. As if he is telling Bhagavad Gita. Why? Why? Because in this age of Kali Yuga, everybody is a Dhritarashtra. Right? This scripture is being given for Kali Yuga. Everybody has the mentality of Dhritarashtra. Is what? I want my kingdom. Dhritarashtra. I want to enjoy. I want to create a world for my family where my family will enjoy. Whatever happens to others, I don't care. Right? I am not paradukha dukhi. I am parasukha sukhi. Right? I don't care about others' dukkha. I don't get affected. That I factor, too much prevalent. And so was Dhritarashtra. My kingdom, it should be my kingdom forever. My children should rule after me. Can't you see that today in every field? Right? Everybody wants his son to follow, even if the son is a fool. Right? Even if the son is a papu, doesn't matter. I want that fellow to rule. Right? So this is going on. So the Dhritarashtras are there even today. That is the reason Dhritarashtra is, it's being told Dhritarashtra Vacha. So Dhritarashtra is not an ordinary fellow. Right? You should understand there is a lot behind this verse. Krishna is telling Dhritarashtra Vacha in the beginning of Bhagavad Gita because everybody has tried to convince Dhritarashtra. It was not like Dhritarashtra did not have right people around him. He had every right person around him. Right? If he was staying in flat number 504, 501 was Vidura, 502 was Vyasa, 505 was Krishna. So many good neighbors, but still Buddhihina. Right? He never used his intelligence. Right? So many people came to advise him. Akrura came to advise him. Uddhava came to advise him. His own wife was advising him daily. Gandhari, what are you doing? Right? Still he did not change. Bhishma, the great Mahajan, there are 12 Mahajans among that Bhishma. He was there, personally present all the time. Vidura, Swayam, incarnation of Yamaraj, is right there. Dharmarajan is telling, Arey, what you are doing is wrong. He will not listen. Right? Krishna also went and advised him. Swayam Krishna, just imagine, God himself is going and advising that Sudhar jao, don't do this mistake. Can you imagine God coming and telling you and you're not listening? You might feel, Prabhu, is it possible? It's very much possible. Now also it's possible. God is telling Bhagavad Gita. How many people are interested? Barely some people are interested. That means actually people have rejected God. They don't want God. They want to enjoy this world without God. Once in a week, they'll take agarbatti, nariyal, blast the nariyal, fire the agarbatti, and just rotate it here and there. God is also rotating. Why are you rotating this? Right? What is the point? Right? I want this, you better get it done if you exist. If you exist, you get it done. Otherwise, anyway, just do it. Tick mark, just do it. I can do anything. Right? This is what people are leading. Pious materialistic life. Materialistic people sometimes pious. one Gurupravesham, one Satyanarayana Vratam, one this Vratam, one Homa, one Narsima Homa, one Sudarshana Homa, this too, that too, that too, this. After that movies, after that all kinds of lusty desires, after that all kinds of something is not working here because we have not actually started our devotional life. Right? That's why Krishna says, Bhaktosmi Sakacheti. Unless you become a devotee, you can't understand Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is Guha Jnana. Guha means confidential knowledge. Prabhu, kya confidential hai? Pura book yahi pe. Can't understand anything. There are so many people who claim that they know the entire Bhagavad Gita. They go to YouTube and say Bhagavad Gita lecture. You will find so many people. Even that fellow Nityananda Swami speaking Bhagavad Gita. Right? Whole government is behind to arrest that fellow in so many cases. He also wrote a book on Bhagavad Gita. Can I write a book on Bhagavad Gita? Of course I can write. Can you write a book on Bhagavad Gita? You can write. You can write a Bhagavad Gita and prove that Gulab Jamun is good for health. You can do chapter 16 is about Gulab Jamun. You can write. Whatever nonsense you want to write, you can write. But you will not achieve God. The goal is not achieved. Prayojana doesn't come. You have to understand Bhagavad Gita from a devotee. Why did I ask all of you, do you have this book, Bhagavad Gita as it is? Because A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada is a devotee. He's a devotee of Krishna. Unless you are a devotee of Krishna, you cannot understand Bhagavad Gita. Right? And unless you are a devotee of Krishna, you cannot understand good advice also. That was the case of Dhritarashtra. Krishna is telling all your 100 children will die. All your 100 children will die. Who is telling? Ishvaraha Paramaha Krishna Satchitananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam Aham Sarvasva Prabho Matta Sarvam Pravartate Iti Matva Bhujante Mam Buddha Bhava Samanvitaha. Any vrata you do in your house, Sarvam Krishna Arpanamastu. That fellow knew that also. Dhritarashtra knew that also. But still, what did he tell? He understood. My sons are going to die. If God is telling they are going to die, where is the question? Right? But still, you know what he said? Krishna, if their fate is like that, what can I do? If their destiny is like that, what can I do? You are speaking about destiny in front of God? Focus. Can keep it a little. Hare Krishna. You are speaking about destiny in front of God? Such a foolish thing, right? Such a foolish thing. Who creates destiny? You. You create your own destiny. Yes. But can God change it? He can change it. He can pick us up from anywhere. Right? And God himself is coming. So I am Bhagavan Krishna is himself coming and telling, what are you doing, Dhritarashtra? Don't do this. And the war, Kurukshetra, we'll come to the verse. Today's lot of discussion will be on the first verse only. Little bit maybe in second verse. Then we'll go very fast.
9, 10.
9, 10, okay. So, war is the last option. When Draupadi was disrobed, you all know Mahabharata. All of you have seen Mahabharata, right? Yeah? Star Plus, DD, very clear. Okay. Let me tell you, you have seen 0.01% of Mahabharata. And in that 0.01% also 50% is not right. Okay? Because you have not read Mahabharata by Vyasdev. If you read, you'll understand so many more things that happened and why what is happening. So here is the case where Krishna goes and tells, so what was the name? Draupadi. When Draupadi was disrobed, she was abused. She was very angry. She asked Krishna, Krishna, why did this happen? Where were you? Right? Why all this happened? And now Krishna is telling, I'm going to take peace proposal. Peace proposal before the war. Right? Draupadi asked, what are you doing, Krishna? You should not take peace proposal. I want all of them to die. And Krishna says that, hey Krishna, her name is Krishna also. She says, hey Krishna, everybody who was there in that assembly when you were getting disrobed are going to die. Right? There is no discussion on that. Then you are taking peace proposal. I want them to decide their death. I want them to understand and decide their death. Right? I don't want you to take the blame or Pandavas to take the blame. Rightfully, the world should know why the war started. Right? Because you instigated it, war has started. And because you decided to happen, war has started. And once war starts, we know what the result will be. If Krishna is on the side of Pandavas, where is the question of losing the war? Where is the question? Right? When before the war, Duryodhan told Shakuni, because Krishna is related to both of us, we and Pandavas, he has invited us to take whatever we want from him. So both Arjuna and Duryodhan, both of them went to Krishna. When Krishna was sleeping in Dwarka, Duryodhan went first and he sat near the head, that side. Because he's sleeping, why to disturb? He's sleeping. He's sitting there. Arjuna went second and he stood in front of Krishna near his feet. As soon as Krishna opened his eyes, first one, whom did he see? Arjuna. He said, Arjuna, you have come. Yes. So please ask what you want from me. War is going to start now. Anything you ask, I'm going to give. Immediately Duryodhana, hey, wait a second, I'm sitting here first. You didn't see me. I said, oh, really? You have come? Okay. So Duryodhana, but anyway, since I've seen him first, Krishna, I've come first, you have not seen me. But Duryodhana, he is your younger brother, na? Elder brother should always give younger brother an opportunity. Right? That fellow doesn't even consider him as a brother. But now Krishna has put him in a tussle. He says, okay, what to do? My luck is bad. Entire Narayani Sena of Dwarka is available. The Sena that never got defeated. That Sena Arjuna is going to take. So he said, okay, Krishna is anyway tactful. He is Pakshapati. He will be more favorable towards Pandavas. So what's the point? He said, okay. And then he asked Arjuna, okay, Arjuna, you go ahead. Anyway, I know what you will take. Arjuna just looks at Krishna and says, I want you. I just want you. I have nothing else, Krishna. What do you think I'll ask? You already knew what I'll ask. And Krishna said, Arjun, you are asking a person who is not going to lift any weapons. I'm not going to lift any weapons because you both are related to me. Right? So, why do you want me when I'm not going to lift any weapons? Arjuna says, you being is all auspicious. You being is victory. You being is the greatest happiness in our lives. We don't want anything except you. Right? All of us, we want this material thing in the world, this job, this apartment, this villa, this plot, this girl, this boy, so many of these things. But when Krishna comes in front of us, that is where we have to choose who is most important in our life. And Arjuna was very clear about it. He said, Krishna, I want you. And immediately Duryodhana became so happy. He's thinking, Arjuna to pagal hai. This fellow doesn't know any word, war tactic. He became very happy. Then he started acting. Then Krishna asked, Duryodhana, what do you want? Anyway, he has taken you, so what can I ask? Give me your Narayani Sena. What to do? You're not there with me. At least give me your Narayani Sena. Krishna just laughed. Okay, take it. Take the Narayani Sena. He went back to Shakuni in Hastinapur. Shakuni met him. Shakuni said, all well? Perfect, Mama. Everything done perfect. He was thinking, Tu Murkh Putra Duryodhana. Some nonsense you wrote down. Tell me what happened. He said, that useless Krishna, Arjuna took him. I got entire scene of, Dwarka. Shakuni was, Hare Murkh. The only person who knows my plans is Krishna. Nobody else in the world. Even, actually Shakuni in a way was a indirect good devotee of Krishna only. Because he used to think of Krishna more than anybody else. Anything he does, first he'll think, where is what? This Krishna knows everything, right? So, so he said, you are a fool. You just missed the most important thing. But, Mama, I've got the Narayani Sena. Entire Sena is there. He said, you will know. You will know. What is the when Shakuni could understand, what is the big loss of losing. But he said, no problem, I'm there. Let us do our best. We have Bhishma with us. We have Drona with us. We'll try to do the best that we can. So the person who said who is not going to do any war has come to negotiation. And why did he come to negotiation? That's a great decision of Yudhishthira. After not being caught, after the Agyatavas, they had to get back the kingdom. Enough is enough. So then actually Yudhishthira could have gone and asked for the kingdom himself. But Yudhishthira felt that if I go and my uncle tells again to play Dyuta, I have to play. If he tells again to go to a Vanavas, I have to go. Instead of that, let me send Krishna. Now you might ask, why Yudhishthira is behaving like this? Why did he even play Dyuta? Why is he? Because at the end of Ratsuri Yajna, the whole family came together for a group photo. Entire family came together. Kauravas, Kurus, Pandavas, entire family. After the Ratsuri Yajna. At that time, Vyasdev went to give blessings to everyone. Nobody expected Vyasdev to come. Suddenly he came. And he looked at everybody and he smiled. Right? And that smile, there was a lot of pain. And that, Yudhishthira could see. He was like, I'm very happy to see all of you together. God only knows when all of you will be again like this. Very, not sarcastic statement, but very, like a revelation he was giving. Because Vyasdev knows the future also, Trikala Gyani. So after that episode, Krishna, of course, was standing there. He understood Vyasdev, why he told that. Then after that, Yudhishthira went and asked Vyasdev, why did you say like that? Hey, Gurudev, please tell. Because anything you say is not of any, it's not flukely told. It's not told just for saying. Like we speak so many things. But a word, vacha, coming from a great personality, has a lot of meaning behind it. So Yudhishthira went and asked Vyasdev, why did you say that? Right? And Vyasdev told, hey Yudhishthira, everybody standing here will be gone. The great war is going to start. It's going to happen. I was just looking at everybody and I was wondering, when will I see this assembly again? Krishna is with you, right? You all Pandavas will be victorious at all times. He didn't go into details. That was enough for Yudhishthira. And Yudhishthira understood that it is going to happen. Right? It is going to happen. Nobody can stop that. So then Yudhishthira made a decision that whatever elders will tell, I will follow without any discussion. Because elders' advice is always good. Sometimes it can go bad also. But then, presuming that it is going to be always good, whatever is going to happen in the next, I'm just going to follow my elders. Because I want to make sure that this war or whatever devastation that is going to come forward, I'm not an obstacle to it and I'm following the advice of elders. Because maybe by the advice of elders, it may not happen. Right? He's Dharmaraj. He took that decision. And that is the reason he went for Dyuta also. And that is the reason everywhere he was agreeing to his elders. And Krishna knew that. And after the whole Agyatavas, he told Krishna, you go and negotiate. Because if I go, there is no negotiation. Again, I'll be pulled into something. But another greatness of Yudhishthira saying that is, he says, whatever you decide, Krishna, I'm going to agree. That's not an easy thing to say. How many of you will go and open the altar of your temple in your house and go and tell God, whatever you do with me, I'm okay? Huh? Do we have the guts to say that? Not easy. First of all, we don't have the guts because we don't trust God. That anything he does actually is for good only. But you put your conditions there. God, do anything you want to do for me, but keep my job. Right? Make sure my health is good. Make sure this is, make sure that. But anything you want to do, you do. But God, so you have so God is like, mujhe karna hai, nahi karna hai. Right? Yudhishthira was not like that. He told Krishna, whatever you decide, I'm going to abide by that. After all this, after 13 years of Vanavas, before that so many years of Vanavas, before that so many insults, who would say that? And Krishna felt highly responsible, for going for that discussion. So Krishna went and he had the discussion. He went to the place. I'll not get into the whole detail. It will go on till evening. But Krishna went and told Dhritarashtra that stop this war. It's in your hands now. Yudhishthira told me, let's get into an agreement. And I told you before what Dhritarashtra said. It's with destiny like that, Krishna, what can I do? Leave it on destiny. Then Krishna understood this fellow is a fool. He's not going to understand. Drona was watching, Bhishma was watching. Nobody could say anything because the ultimate person is not making a right decision. Duryodhana came in that discussion and he told Krishna, there is no question of Pandavas getting anything. So there's no point in even discussing. You can leave. And Krishna said, see, I'm giving you a last option. 5 villages. You know this, right? 5 villages. Give me 5 villages. Because they are Kshatriyas and they have a Varna, they have a tendency to administer. They can't live a life without administering. So they need 5 villages. And they will be happy with 5 villages. What are 5 villages? Nothing, right? In the whole planet, what are 5 villages? Dolidoti, Kondapur, Gachibowli, Miapur, tell one more, Madhapur. These are 5 villages. That's all they asked. If you look at it, what did they ask? They asked nothing. Even in the side of the city, they didn't ask for anything much. And Duryodhana said, I will not give land which can come under the needle, that much space which can come under a needle. Basically nothing. Will not give anything. And then Krishna said that, I think we don't have a choice now. War has to happen. But you are responsible for that. Then Duryodhana said, no, war will not happen unless you fulfill my conditions. I said, what? You have not given land and now you are putting conditions even to do war. Then Duryodhana, right? Papu, he doesn't have any good knowledge. So what will he do? He'll put useless conditions. So Krishna said, okay, go ahead. What conditions you want to put before the war? He said, see, I'm a king. I'm a king. These all people are, useless beggars. Pandavas are useless beggars. You have come to negotiate on behalf of useless beggars. So my first condition is, I don't want to waste too much time. If the war doesn't get over in 18 days, I have won the war. Because 18 days is zyada, I don't want to spend time. So Krishna made a note, okay, by 18th day, this fellow should be killed. And that's what happened. On the 18th day, that fellow died. Right? So Krishna said, any more conditions, my dear intelligent? He said, yes. Even if one Pandava is dead, I have won the war. No Pandava should be touched by Duryodhana. I'll make sure. Thank you very much. You are giving me my schedule, what I should do. Okay? Papu, kuch aur bhi puchna hai? You want to ask anything more? So then he asked. He thought a lot. And he said, even if one Kaurava is alive, I have won the war. Krishna was like, तेरे से बड़ा पप्पू है अभी भी है लेकिन कौन है? Right? He said, what did you say? Even if one Kaurava is alive, I have won the war. I have to make sure all Kauravas are dead. Right? इसको बोलते हैं विनाश काले विपरीत बुद्धि. बस है ना? उसका टाइम आ गया तो वो सब ऐसे ही पूछेगा. If you look at the 3 conditions, they look very favorable for an idiot. But for an intelligent man, you can see that he himself has, made his grave ready. Krishna said, okay, now will you do the war? All 3 conditions will be fulfilled. He said, of course we'll do the war. We'll start the war. And the war started. On the first day of Margarisha Mass, the war started. And the war started and it went on and, so many warriors were being killed. So many things were happening. Now in this verse, there is a secret sitting there. Dhritarashtra Uvacha Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Yutsavaha Mamaka Pandavaschaiva Kim Akurvata Sanjaya. So at the end he is asking, my sons and the sons of Pandu have assembled in Kurukshetra. What did they do? If you really think about it, Kim Akurota Sanjaya, what did they do seems to be a very dumb question to ask. Right? Me and Shashank Prabhu, we both went to Inorbit Mall. We sitting in a theater. What did we do? Watch the movie. Right? Me, Anurag Prabhu, went to Govinda's restaurant in ISKCON temple. Right? We ordered for everything. Meal came. What did we do? We ate. Again, my sons of Pandu, assembled in Kurukshetra to fight. What did they do? Dumb question? No. It's not a dumb question. There's a lot behind that. What did they do? Huh? So I have to tell you why Dhritarashtra told that statement and why Kurukshetra. See, Kurukshetra is a Punya Kshetra. There are many, many great episodes before the war. There was a king called Kuru. He was plowing the land of Kurukshetra himself, like a farmer he was doing. Kshatriyas don't plow, but he was plowing. And Indra saw that. For thousands of years he saw that happening in Satyuga. And he asked, in the previous Yuga, not Satyuga, the previous Yuga. So he asked, hey king, why are you plowing? He said, this is a great land and it's my great fortune that I'm plowing this land. So I don't want to lose that fortune. And at that time, Indra told, anybody who leaves his body in Kurukshetra will definitely come to heavenly planets. I mean, what to speak of going to Vaikuntha Loka? Heaven is not the highest. Not taking birth again is Vaikuntha, Goloka Vrindavan. But he said, I am giving the benediction. So that is Kurukshetra. And in good place, when people sit down, they think again what they want to do. Isn't it? So Dhritarashtra is thinking, if two people have come to Kurukshetra, maybe the decision has changed. Maybe the decision has changed. And what decision is Dhritarashtra worried that they will change the decision to stop the war, or they will continue the decision to do the war? He wants them to continue the decision of doing the war. He doesn't want them peace. Peace option was given. Right? So he's asking Sanjaya, that's what Prabhupada is telling, that they have come to Kurukshetra, the place of pilgrimage. What did they do? Have they changed their decision? I hope they are doing the war. And they are doing the war, but what else happened? Now I'll go one more step further. Bhishma, when Duryodhan came back after taking Narayani Sena, he went to Bhishma and he told, Bhishma Dev, Pitama, now our army is more powerful than before. And Bhishma asked, how come? I went to Dwaraka and Arjuna took Krishna, I took Narayani Sena. And immediately Bhishma started laughing. Just like Shakuni, he started laughing. He said, you don't know what you did. But in that happiness, he asked, did Krishna tell anything more? Duryodhan, did he tell anything more? He said, yes. He even told Arjuna, he even told Arjuna that he will not lift weapons. Like that he was laughing. He will not lift weapons. That's what he told. Such a fool Arjuna took still Krishna, like that he was laughing. And then Bhishma started laughing even more. Because Bhishma is a devotee of Krishna. He's a pure devotee of Krishna. So he said, oh, Krishna told that he will not lift the weapons. Okay, I am taking a pratigya today. That I will make Krishna lift his weapons. See, this is a beautiful dealing between two devotee and God. Right? We cannot deal with God like that, but devotees can deal. So it's a rasa. It's a kind of mellow. It's a kind of enjoyment. Okay, he said he'll not lift his weapons. I make sure that he'll lift his weapons. And because he said that, Krishna will lift his weapons. Right? So this is a beautiful rasa between God and his devotee. A lot of people misunderstand Bhishma, thinking, why is he on the other side? See, there are many rasas. Krishna wants to enjoy Vatsalya rasa, meaning somebody taking care of him like a parent. Krishna wants to enjoy Dasya rasa, somebody serving him like a servant, like Hanumanji. Right? Krishna wants to enjoy Sakya rasa, like a friend. Krishna has a lot of friends. Sudama, the entire Vrindavan is filled with his friends. Like that, there is Madhurya rasa, loving relationships. He has so many gopis. Hmm? Like that, he wants to enjoy. And one of the rasas is chivalrous rasa, where it's about fighting. Krishna likes fighting also. Kusti fight or whatever, with arms and ammunition. Who will fight with him to give him that enjoyment? There has to be somebody capable, right? Can I go and fight? I can't. With this neck pain and back pain, what I'll fight? Krishna will do like this, I'll fall. In Kalida, no software fellow can fight. Trust me. You can easily take the wallet of software fellow and walk from there. That fellow can only do like this. Please give it back. I'm a senior technical architect in Infosys. Please give me back. उससे कुछ नहीं कर सकता. If it goes 2 steps, he'll be in Apollo Hospital. So anyway, so Krishna wants to enjoy the fighting rasa, and for that Bhishma Deva agreed. I will give you the fight. It's a seva. And one more thing is, if you want to establish that adharma can never win over dharma, no matter how powerful is adharma can never win over dharma, then you need to have somebody powerful on the adharma side also, right? So Krishna felt the right person who can stand on the side of adharma and get defeated to show the whole world that if you're not on the side of the dharma, you will get defeated. Bhishma did that service. These are the internal mellows, internal confidential aspects of Mahabharata, which will not be shown in any TV serial or just like that. If you have to sit with acharyas, they will tell you how these great personalities have served Krishna. So Bhishma is in that situation. And everybody knows nobody can defeat Bhishma. There is no question of defeating Bhishma. Even if the entire 5 Pandavas attack Bhishma together, they can't defeat Bhishma. Bhishma could not be defeated by his own guru. And who is his guru? Swayam Krishna, Parshuram. Swayam Krishna's incarnation coming here as Parshuram, he could not defeat when the whole tussle happened for Amba. Right? So Duryodhana was very confident. In fact, in the first few verses of the Bhagavad Gita, you're going to hear Duryodhana praising Bhishma, saying, now you're on my side, Pandavas will anyway get defeated. The whole politics, first 16, 17 verses is full politics of Duryodhana in the Bhagavad Gita. Then Krishna and Arjuna Samvad will start. So everybody knew that there is no way Pandavas can win, including Pandavas. They also knew. Because Bhishma, it's not, don't think, oh, he has Ichha Mrityu, so he's great. No, forget about Ichha Mrityu. For that, you have to take him till Mrityu, na? You can't defeat that person. You can't even fight with that person. Where is the question of Ichha Mrityu? So, Bhishma, when he told, I'm going to make Krishna lift his weapons, then Duryodhana was wondering what exactly is going on. And that's what happened. 11th day of the war, Bhishma was on his peak. Sorry, 10th day. 10th day of the war, Bhishma was on his peak. He was shooting and killing. And one of the general conditions of war is if the entire army is killed, automatically the opposition is given the victory. So it's not like, okay, Pandavas are alive, so war will continue. No. They have to also make sure the army is existing. Some part of the army is existing. If the entire army is gone, then they lose the war. Right? So Bhishma was so profusely shooting the Pandavas that they thought, there is no way we can continue this war. And Yudhishthira told, that I think in the camp, maybe 9th day, 10th day, he told Yudhishthira, that Krishna told Yudhishthira, you have to do something because your grandfather, the way he is going, the war will get over another 2-3 days. He's going to finish the entire Sena. And Duryodhana is also getting annoyed that why is Bhishma not killing the Pandavas? Because Bhishma is doing everything. He's smashing everything, but he's not killing the Pandavas. So every time he saw this is not happening, so he kind of suspected the intentions of Bhishma. See, that is what Pappu does, right? He never understands properly. So he goes and insults Bhishma. Because that is the way to instigate him. He says, you are on my side, my dear grandfather, great-grandfather, you are on my side, but actually you are on their side. You are wasting my time being on my side. Can anybody speak to Bhishma like that? Nobody can dare to speak to Bhishma like that. He'll be burned to ashes if Bhishma wants, in seconds. But Duryodhana knows that he will never go against his king's son. So he goes and insults Bhishma to instigate him. He says, you told that you're on my side, but actually you're on their side because you're not even killing them. I can't believe that you have not killed any of the Pandavas so far. Why don't you remove the whole, image that you maintain that your pratigya is great? Because I don't think you're following your pratigya, you are lying. He was instigating. That Bhishma pratigya is very famous. And you are saying your entire pratigya, all that. You actually don't serve the king also. You don't serve Hastinapur also. You are just doing what you want to do. You like Pandavas. I know you have favoritism towards Pandavas. That's why you're not killing them. Bhishma said, wait, you are pointing finger on my integrity. This happened on the, I think, 9th day. You are pointing finger on my integrity. Duryodhana, tomorrow Pandavas are dead. This is my pratigya. And Duryodhana was like, yeah, done. My politics is done. I have done my part. Tomorrow Pandavas are done. Right? And Bhishma said, give me 5 arrows. 5 good arrows. Get me. Immediately got 5 arrows. Bhishma holded those 5 arrows and he did pratigya. With these 5 arrows, I'm going to kill the Pandavas tomorrow. And that's enough. That's not an ordinary statement. Right? And Bhishma knew what he was doing. And he prayed and promised using those 5 arrows. And he said, if Pandavas come to me and ask, I have to give this. You keep these 5 arrows. Duryodhana, you keep these 5 arrows. Tomorrow morning, when the battlefield starts, come and give me these 5 arrows. I will kill all the 5 Pandavas. Your war is over tomorrow. Duryodhana is like, ho gaya? All my tapasya of my life, this is what I had to do. And Bhishma knows what he's doing. Bhishma peacefully went to sleep. Krishna's devotees always sleep nicely. Right? Krishna's enemies don't get sleep. Duryodhana couldn't sleep the whole night. He was massaging the 5 arrows. He was taking selfie with the 5 arrows. Right? He was doing everything with the 5 arrows. These 5 arrows are going to determine his future. And while he was meditating, holding the 5 arrows, cuddling the 5 arrows, somebody knocked the door. Who? Arjun. Arjun coming to the enemy camp at that night, knocking the door. He was wondering. And if you are wondering what happened, somebody knocked Arjuna's door before Arjuna came here. And who was that who knocked Arjuna's door? Krishna. Bolo Jai Shri Krishna Bhagavan ki. Say, Arjun, yes, my dear Krishna, I have a work for you. Yes. I want you to go to Duryodhana's camp and get me 5 special arrows he has. He is Sarvantarayami. There is nothing that Krishna doesn't know. Right? And Arjuna is wondering, what 5 arrows? And I have a lot of arrows. I have full stock. And Krishna said, those 5 arrows, just do what I tell you. Go and ask them from Duryodhana. He says, okay. See, this is called following the order. Right? He did not object saying, you are asking me to go to enemy camp? You think my kaya? You put a cinema dialogue. Right? Arjuna said, okay, Krishna. See, that is what is called being a pure devotee of Krishna. Yes, I will do it. He went. So he is in front of Duryodhana. Duryodhana is shocked. Arjun, what do you want? And he said, see, I want to ask something from you. I have a desire. You have to fulfill it. Yes, I can fulfill everything. You remember Duryodhana? Me and Bhima say from Gandharvas, when we were doing Vanvas, you came to tease us there, and some Gandharvas caught you. At that time, everybody ran away, but we came and Duryodhana, you know that episode. What do you want to tell? At that time, you told that as a reciprocation to the thing that we say. And Duryodhana is not a person. He was a great Kshatriya, right? But then under the influence of bad influence, so he told, my dear Arjun, you are my younger brother. What do you want? Why are you reminding me the promise that I gave that day? You tell me what you want. You want your kingdom? I'll give it now. He knows that Arjuna will not ask that because he is a Kshatriya. Nobody takes kingdom by begging, right? So Arjuna said, "You're not going to go back on your word, right?" "Of course, I'm not going to go back. Tell me what you want." He said, "Can you give me those 5 arrows?" Duryodhana was shocked. He had no word. Kya ho raha hai? Am I dreaming or am I sleeping or you want those 5 arrows? I want those 5 arrows. He gave those 5 arrows. How come Krishna told me to get the 5 arrows? Okay, Krishna told you to get the 5 arrows. Here are the 5 arrows. My 5 arrows. My 5 arrows which would have finished the entire war tomorrow. Right? So he again slept, weeping. Till now he was cuddling with those 5 arrows. They are gone, sleeping. And Arjuna went and gave the 5 arrows to Krishna. Krishna looked at the 5 arrows. Okay, use them tomorrow. Add to your stock. Next day morning, Bhishma comes on his Dwaj, completely prepared, right? He says, "I am going to finish this war today." And he's smiling also. How is it possible? Bhishma is going to kill the Pandavas, and he knows Pandavas are pure devotees of Krishna, and Krishna is standing on the other side. Wherever Narayan is there is no defeat. And he has come to kill the Pandavas, and he's smiling. And he's not the war with any low moral. He removed the astra, Shoinis of sinners. And Pandavas are going here and then as soon as he sees Pandavas, he searches for Duryodhana. Hey, Duryodhana, where are you? Duryodhana, Pandavas have come. Where are you? Where are you? Duryodhana somewhere is hiding. It's like, "Hey, Duryodhana, where are you?" Yes, Pitama, what do you want? 5 arrows. Pandavas have come. 5 arrows. Duryodhana like, नहीं है. What do you mean नहीं है? भूल गया क्या? You forget the camp or what? Don't you know? I told you. Pratigya today. What is this Pratigya? I told that I have put all my energy into the 5 arrows. Give me those 5 arrows. He says, "Bhishma, Pitama, Pandavas took it." I said, "What? Are you a fool? Why did you give us?" No, Arjuna came. It seems Krishna told that, those 5 arrows, I have to return. Then Bhishma just kept the Dhanush there. Said, "Beta, idhar apna poi bet." So clearly it is visible in front of your eyes that, who can know the conversation between you and me? I told you that I'm going to kill the 5 Pandavas. I gave you the 5 arrows. And somebody comes and takes those 5. That very night, Arjuna comes and takes those 5 arrows. Even now you don't want to believe what is going on. Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. Bhagavan Revo. You are dealing with Bhagavan on the other side. Don't be a fool. You can stop the war even right now. Even till now, nobody, many people have died, but you can stop the whole bloodshed even right now. Close it. Understand He is God. Can't you see that He is God? Can't you see what is happening here? And actually Duryodhana got affected. Yes, maybe He is God. Maybe He is God. So that night he went and his bed was in this direction. He changed the direction so he can turn towards Krishna's direction and maybe He's God. I'll keep my head towards Krishna. He got bhakti inside. But in the morning he got up again and he was like, "Hey, no, this is all tactics of Krishna. Again they are polluting my head so that I'll give up the kingdom. No way. I have to finish this war." So many indications were given. But Krishna did not stop there. He was smashing, not complaining, "Why are you not killing the Pandavas?" Because he understood. Arjuna is, Krishna is protecting. And at that time, Bhishma was, Yudhishthira was advised by Bhishma that you should go and ask Bhishma how to kill him. There is no other way. And you all know that conversation. Long conversation, but I put it short. He told, "If you bring a woman in front of me, if I recognize that person as a woman, I'm going to keep my weapons down. And so, who was the personality? Shikandi. Shikandi, who was Amba in the previous life. So she came forward. He was male in this life, but he could see he has taken the birth again to be a reason for Bhishma's death. He left the weapons down, and the war happened, and Arjuna smashed Bhishma. It was not an easy thing to do. How many here have killed your grandfather? Or how many here have thrown something on your grandfather? Huh? You can't even think of that, right? Grandfather means most dearest, more dearer than father. Right? Just imagine Arjun, who was brought up by Bhishma, how difficult it was for him to do it. He still did it because Arjuna was asked by Krishna, do it. It's the time. And the way he hit the arrows, Rohit and Mataji, no TV serial can show, or you cannot make a model of how he was hit. It is explained, in between the arrows, you can't even keep a finger. So many arrows were hit into his body. Practically, there was no organ. No pancreas, no liver, no stomach, no lungs, no heart. Nothing was there. Because how can anything be there? If so many arrows are hit that you can't even touch his body, and so much blood has gone out at once. He was completely fallen on the floor. And the entire Kurus, entire Pandavas started crying. Because everybody loves Bhishma. Duryodhana also was devastated. Bhishma's falling in the war was the indication that the war has actually started now. Because till now there was no question of winning the war. Everybody knows there is no question of winning the war. But Bhishma falling there means the war has started. Now it has become even. Till now it was uneven. Even though they had 8 Akshohinis, they had 11 Akshohinis, they had so many warriors, even Pandavas had so many warriors, there is no question of winning until somebody like Bhishma is there. This news went to Hastinapur. And it went to Dhritarashtra that Bhishma, he's been brought down. He couldn't believe. You can't believe actually. It is not possible. What? Bhishma is brought down? No, it's not possible. It is impossible. Nobody. Indra also cannot bring Bhishma down. Parshuram could not bring Bhishma down. What are you speaking? This news is wrong. So then he remembered at that time that Vyasdev had come and met him and told that you are going to be the reason. Can somebody tell them to stop? Just tell them to stop. Yeah. That Vyasdev had come and told them that, told him that you are going to be the reason for this Dhritarashtra. You have to suffer. You have to suffer this by seeing the blood of your children. He said, I am blind. You are blind, but I'll give you vision. Because you have to see. You have to see your children getting killed. That is the effect of karma that you have to see. Right? You cannot say that, I have not seen, so be it. No. You have to see. Then Dhritarashtra said, no, I will not. He was such a stubborn fellow. No, I will not see. I am anyway blind. I would like to be like this only. I will not see. Then he said, then I will give the vision to Sanjaya. Because Sanjaya is your Sarathi. He will show you what is going on. He will tell you what is going on. Then he said, you can give, but I am not going to see. He is such a stubborn fellow. That, I am not going to see. Vyasdev gave that vision to Sanjaya. That any time you want to see what is happening in Kurukshetra, you can see. From any day, you can see. But tell this fellow whatever you have seen, he deserves to see. Right? And he blesses and goes. Dhritarashtra remembers that. He told me that I can actually see what happened. Then he calls Sanjaya. On the 11th day, he calls. Sanjaya, I got to know that Bhishma is brought down. Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre. Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre Samaveda Yutsavaha Mamaka Pandavaschaiva Kim Kurvata Sanjaya. On the Kurukshetra, which is Dharmakshetra, my sons and the sons of Pandav met together. What did they do? What did they do wasn't relevant to what? How did they bring down Bhishma? Understood? And that is why when Gita Jayanti is celebrated, there is a festival called Gita Jayanti, right? The day on which Gita is spoken. When is Gita spoken? On the first day of Kurukshetra, before the war began. But when is Gita Jayanti celebrated? The 11th day after the beginning of Kurukshetra. Right? Very simple. Margashira Mas starts, and the war started on the first day of Margashira Mas. Any year, if you see the Gita Jayanti, it will be on the 11th day of Margashira Mas. Which means the Gita Jayanti that we are celebrating is not the original day of Gita being spoken. Is the day on which Gita got revealed to us by Sanjaya. On that day, he repeated the entire Bhagavad Gita. He went to the first day of the war and he started the whole saga. And as part of the repetition, he repeated the Bhagavad Gita. And because he repeated the Bhagavad Gita, Vyasdev made a note of that Bhagavad Gita, and we all have Bhagavad Gita in front of us. Otherwise, there is no way. What is spoken between Krishna and Arjuna, how can we know? What qualification we have to know? Prabhu have done BCom, MCom, MBA, Phalana, Dimka, CA, okay? Useless degrees. What else we have done? LLB. Any other special degree? BTech, MTech. BTech is special degree.
Useless degree.
Telangana has done it 24.
Useless degree.
Anyway, none of our degrees, I'm sorry, none of our degrees have any value. None of our intelligence any value. I have blasted 24,000 coconuts in temples. Doesn't matter. Right? I have done 1,000 agarbattis at once. Doesn't matter. Whatever you did, you have no qualification to hear Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is heard by us because Sanjaya revealed it to Dhritarashtra. And that was a blessing of Vyasdev. And Vyasdev made a note of that Bhagavad Gita, and it was repeated by Vyasdev. And on Akshaya Tritiya day, the Mahabharata writing was started by Vyasdev, he was telling, and Ganeshji was started writing. Right? And on Akshaya Tritiya day. And Ganeshji is the one who actually transcribed the entire Bhagavad Gita. Bolo Ganeshji ki Jai. Yes. We should be grateful to Ganeshji that he actually wrote it down when Vyasdev is revealing it. Right? And that is the reason we say Kim Akurvata Sanjaya is not an ordinary statement. If you can imagine one verse, it took me, what is the time now? 9:55. One verse, it took me so much time. If you go in this detail for each verse, when can Bhagavad Gita get over? Right? Every single sentence in Bhagavad Gita is so valuable. It has so much story behind it, so much philosophy behind it, so many characters behind it. And don't think it is relevant to those characters, it's also relevant to us. In our lives. Everything is relevant. Right? So we should please take, when is the prashadam coming?
Checking.
Check. Yeah. So it is so relevant to all of us. Any questions at this point?
Why those 5 arrows, and why Krishna wanted to have, if he desired, right? Then he would have had another 5 arrows for killing Pandavas.
Yeah, he understood. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Hare Krishna. See, an intelligent fellow will understand that, if it has happened once with me, I will not go and do the same mistake. Okay?
But then again, next day he was again with Kauravas to fight.
Yeah. See, he went and provoked Bhishma, and Bhishma said, I'll kill the Pandavas. He gave the 5 arrows, right? And he clearly saw from his own hands the 5 arrows are gone. Then with what face he'll go again and say another 5 arrows? Right? Pappu was a little intelligent that time.
Why not Bhishma said that, okay, I'll kill this Pratita and kill the Pandavas with another 5 arrows.
What did he say?
Why did Bhishma not use the another 5 arrows?
Another 5 arrows. Because he knew that there is no way I can kill Pandavas. Samajdar ko ishara kafi hai. I mean, and he is devotee. Bhishma was a devotee of Krishna. He knows that there is no way under the sun these 5 Pandavas can be killed. Even one Pandava cannot be killed.
Why then he again, next very day again he's going to that war and again he's fighting again.
He is doing his duty because he wants to give that pleasure to Arjuna. I forgot to tell this. So on the 10th day, he was doing such a furious war that Arjuna, answering to your question, Arjuna was shooting arrows. I mean, Arjuna is not an ordinary person shooting arrows. If you have not seen Arjuna, none of us know Arjuna. Let me be very frank. If you are thinking of that character, that face of that character TV serial, he was nothing as compared to the original Arjuna. Arjuna could shoot an arrow which could go like 10 miles far, go through the trunks of 5 trees and kill an elephant. Can you imagine even a missile doing it? No missile can also do it. His one arrow could go like that. And that kind of person, right? Dhananjaya, he is also called Dhananjaya. He conquered the entire northern world until Norway. He brought so much gold from Norway for the Ratsuri Yajna. Then his name was named as Dhananjaya, the one who got Dhan. So, when Arjuna was fighting that war, Krishna was looking at Arjuna like this, and he was looking at Bhishma. And Krishna looked at Arjuna and said, "See, Arjun, I have told you Bhagavad Gita. I have told you that I have already killed everybody. You are just nimitta matrena Dhananjaya. You are just going to finish it. That also you are not able to do. You are not fighting with your full valor. You have to fight with your full valor. You do it now. I am seeing that whenever you are hitting your guru or whenever you are shooting towards Bhishma, your motivation is not enough. You are still looking a fatherly figure in them. I have told you that they are all souls. They have just taken bodies. Everything will change. I have given you highest philosophy. Still you are not doing your best." And Arjuna told, I will do. I'm sorry. I will try to do my best. And at one point, he saw that, Bhishma is going rampant and is literally smashing everybody. Even Arjuna was getting smashed by Bhishma. And Bhishma was even shooting Krishna. There was all blood over Krishna. And of course, Krishna would enjoy that blood, being shooted by Bhishma, because it's like Bhishma throwing flowers on on Krishna. But Krishna, it is like that, right? Every time Bhishma's arrow touched Krishna, he felt nice. Yes, my devotee is fulfilling my desire to fight, right? But he also saw that everybody is being killed there. Then he looked at Arjuna. Then he said, "I am going to break my promise now. This fellow is not doing his duty enough. And if Pandavas are killed, Dharma cannot be established. I have come here to establish Dharma." So he got up in the chariot. He jumped from the chariot. He picked up a broken wheel of another chariot. He lifted the wheel and he started walking towards Bhishma. Bhishma looked at Krishna in that beautiful form and he started, like he was in ecstatic. He just threw the dhanush and the wand there and he sat on his knees. "Krishna, I am ready. I am ready. This is what I desire my death to be, that I have to die in your hands." And Arjuna looked at that and he said, "Hare Krishna, what are you doing?" He jumped from his chariot. He holded Krishna's leg. And Krishna was walking holding the wheel and Arjuna was holding his leg. Can you imagine a great warrior like Arjuna being dragged for 100 yards? He was just getting dragged, and Krishna was just walking. Like, "Krishna, no, Krishna, no, Krishna, no." He was not even looking at Arjuna. "I am going to kill you. You are also responsible for this." These are all devotional, exchanges. He knows why Bhishma is doing that. If you would not have made that pratigya, if you would have just kept that pratigya in front of Dharma, war would not have happened. "I am here to kill you." And Arjuna is like, "No, Krishna, please. I don't want your word to go waste. I don't want this whole world to tell that you have told a lie." There is a verse in Bhagavad Gita, Name Bhakta Pranashyati. Kaunteya Prati Janihi, Name Bhakta Pranashyati. Krishna says to Arjuna, "Hey Arjuna, declare to this whole world that my devotee will never be defeated." Now you might wonder, he can also tell, right? Why he has to tell? "Arjuna, you declare to the whole world that my devotee will never be defeated." Can anyone tell why? Devotee's word will never go. Krishna can tell something and change also. That is God. He can do anything. You can't tell. You can't put Krishna and order saying Krishna tu bola na hai. Kab bola? He did that in Vrindavan all the time. Maine nahi churai bhagan. He can do anytime. What if his devotee tells that my devotee will never be defeated? Then it is not possible. So, when he was being dragged, and Arjuna was like, Krishna, don't do this. You have given for eternity. I'll be known as a Kair. I'll be known as somebody who could not fulfill the order of his, his spiritual, his great devotional God. You told me to smash his army. I could not do that. Like that. Please give me one more chance. Right? I came, I brought you to win this war. I told you Bhagavad Gita. You are the right person to win this war. I don't have any back also. You are the only billable resource. Right? The only way, and you are at the end, last minute telling, I'll not go to one side. I'm not ready, I want to go and leave. What nonsense you are speaking? I have to do it now. Software लोग को समझ में आएगा. Just imagine Krishna's situation. Everything he invested in this fellow and he's not doing. I'll do. Bhishma was like, I don't care who will do. You do now. I am ready. The whole scene was so beautiful. Here is one devotee on his knees, lifting his hands. I am ready to die. Done. I have done enough seva for you. Lift me from here. There is another devotee holding leg. Don't kill him. I'll kill him. Because this is my seva. And Krishna is telling him, because you could not kill, I am going to kill him. And he is like, you should not kill him because I am supposed to kill him and you told you will not kill anybody. And Bhishma is like, please kill me. What a scene, man. Right? This also explains provision mark. There are so many things and endless lessons out of it that when you start your devotional path, so when you start your devotional path, any correction that has to come to you will not come from outside. Inside man only will come and correct you. Meaning a devotee only will come and correct you. Krishna loves his devotees so much that he doesn't risk an outside person to come and do anything. For example, I want to, correct my. Aake mere bete pe ek lapa do. Give him one, so that he'll understand. Is it a good option? Good, because I know him. He'll not give him jorka. He'll give him in such a way that he gets the lesson. So when you love your devotees, you don't want any outside person to come and create any situation. So Krishna is so dear to his devotees are so dear to him that when he had to correct Bhishma, he used Arjuna. And he wanted to correct Arjuna, he used Bhishma. Right? Isko was the Sutradhari Krishna. Right? He is the center of everything. And yet he cannot find out. So he made sure that he conveyed a message to the world that my devotee is more dear to me than anybody else. And my devotee cannot be defeated. In any case, he cannot be defeated. And he made sure that every single person in the war is killed according to the right terms, to what they deserve. How Karna was killed, the death that he deserved. We'll get into that. How Ekalavya was killed before the war, the death that he deserved. Right? How Ashwadhama was brought down, how Drona was brought down. As we go forward in Bhagavad Gita, first chapter, lot of Mahabharata will be discussed. I'm sorry, I'm going a little into Katha. Right? In the first chapter. After that, heavy philosophy will start. But you should understand, even this Katha has so much philosophy behind it. And all of you are chosen to come and hear this sacred knowledge. And please assimilate it. And please learn from it. Yeah. Okay. You have two questions. We'll take. Yeah. Only two questions. Yeah. Friendly go.
Question. Krishna was the supreme personality of Godhead. He knew in the first place he was going to have to lift a weapon. So why did he promise that I won't lift a weapon?
He knew that it is going to happen.
He had to lift a weapon. He
Yeah,
knew. So
yeah.
why did he?
Promise that I will not live. Isn't maza hai na? Right? Krishna is Rasaraj. There is nobody who enjoys like Krishna. Right? Recently we did a boat festival for Krishna. Radha and Krishna on the boat. How nicely was enjoyed. Everybody enjoys. And not ordinary enjoyment. The boat will go, come back and take some burger. Then he'll go, come back and take some juice. He'll go, come back and take some peda. Right? Anybody does that? No. Krishna is Rasraj. He likes to do all these things. If it is Lord Ram, if Krishna comes as Lord Ram, there is no discussion. First day only Duryodhan feels. Ram will not wait for all these things. But Krishna likes to enjoy. And with that enjoyment, he attracts all of us. Right? Gravity, hear this out. Gravity is pulling all of us down. Krishna's pastimes are pulling us all of us up. Right? It is attracting us towards him. So a lot of things why Krishna does, you can go back and ask Krishna, why did you do? He does so many things for our enjoyment. There's so many pastimes. I can tell you, it can go on and on and on and on. From Mahabharata only there are so many. Yes, ma'am.
मुझे मैं समझी मैं भी गलत पर हमारे को जब हम ये सुनते हैं प्रवचन सुनते हैं कथा सुनते हैं तो हम अपनी लाइफ के साथ रिलेट करते हैं
बिल्कुल करना चाहिए.
तो जब आपने जैसे शुरू में बोला कि हमें किसी पर्पस के बगैर गीता पढ़ना चाहिए तो इसका मतलब ये भी है क्या कि हमें जो हमारी जिंदगी में नॉर्मल दिनों में जो हो रहा है उससे रिलेट नहीं करना चाहिए?
बिल्कुल करना चाहिए. Actually, when you finish Bhagavad Gita, problems will not stop. But you know how to handle them, or you know how to go through that. And there is no problem that is not discussed in Bhagavad Gita. There is no problem. Okay, I would also want to, Prabhuji, Sanjeev Prabhu. It is Sanjeev Prabhu's birthday. Is it today, Prabhu? Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Can you please stand up? Everybody can see you. That is Sanjeev Prabhu and his good wife Shika Mataji. Where is she? Shika Mataji. Yes, she is behind. So Mataji is gifting her very dear Prabhuji with a feast today. She has sponsored the feast for all of us today. Prashadam feast. Let us chant 3 times Hare Krishna Mahamantra, lifting our hands for the good health of, let me tell the prayer first, for the good health of Sanjeev Prabhu and Shika Mataji. All of us are going through a lot of challenges in life. Life is filled with challenges. But in between all the challenges, when we remember Krishna, who is Rasraj, who makes all the challenges into a lot of blissful experiences, right? And in between all the pain and difficulties, don't want to share what's going on, but she's trying to make this day a very beautiful day for her husband and for her. I'm very grateful, Mataji, that you have chosen us, and my pranam for your seva. Thank you very much. Let's chant 3 times Hare Krishna mantra for the family. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. I would also like to thank all the seniors here who visited, not only in age but in maturity. But please bless me that we have started Bhagavad Gita like this today, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna for everybody. And I also would like to thank some devotees who are serving here. Just few names, Anil Prabhu, Shalu Mataji, Harshal Prabhu, Shashank Prabhu, some of them are not here today, Baburam Prabhu and few others, but Navya Mataji, please forgive me if I'm not telling all the names, and Pranil Prabhu who is here, and some of you here, they have attended already this for 2 years, they finished the entire Bhagavad Gita, and they have come again. I think you have come here only for blessing me, so thank you very much. And I also thank everybody who is sponsoring this Prashadam. Every day we have, for some of you who are new here, every Saturday, we cook. There is a devotee who cooks and we sponsor this Prashadam. You can celebrate your special days, or if there is no other day, Saturday itself is a special day, right? Because we read Bhagavad Gita. Whatever little you can contribute, there is no limit, there is no minimum, right? So you can contribute. There is a scanner code there. There is one devotee who maintains the account. And not only we all have prasadam here, right after we all have prasadam, all the security staff, housekeeping staff, gardening staff, and all the other people who actually work so hard and they don't have any good meal during the week, they all wait for this, my kirtan to start. And today it is starting early because I normally used to go for 3 hours. Today we're finishing by 10. What is the time? 10:15? 10:15. Yeah, 10:15. We are stopping now. So they all wait for it. And in the last 2.5 years, we have served more than 10,000 plates of prasadam for all of them. And it's all of you who did it. It's all of you who did it. When we all come together, who says Sanatan Dharma doesn't do good for anyone? It does good for everyone. And when we are giving the prasadam, we don't see what religion they belong to. We never ask also. And they also don't think what religion they belong to. Because actually they know Krishna is the Supreme Lord. Everybody knows. And I would also request, because this is the occasion, you all are here, let us chant 3 times Hare Krishna mantra for all the families who lost their loved ones in the terrorist attack. Innocently, they went there and they were horribly killed. Death comes to everybody, but that death was not deserving. That death was not acceptable. So let us sincerely pray that their families will get solace and bhakti of Krishna, which will help them recover from this loss. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. And let us also chant 3 times Hare Krishna mantra for all those great mothers and those great wives and those great sisters who are sending their most dear persons from their houses, their sons, their husbands, their brothers, to the border right now to teach a lesson to those terrorists and this whole terrorist nation that we are not going to accept this sitting silently. Let us pray for those families and let us pray for those brave soldiers. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. A Kshatriya is supposed to uplift dharma. And the whole Bhagavad Gita is told that non-violence is not a response to violence. Violence is a response to violence. Nowhere Bhagavad Gita says that, if somebody is slapped on one side, show on another side. There is no shloka I have seen in entire Vedas. And Sanatan Dharma is not for bending and, when somebody is abusing. Yes, our principle of non-violence exists, but that is against innocent people, right? Not for crooked people. They have to be punished. So I humbly request in the coming days, which are going to be difficult days for the entire nation, let's unite together and let's stand with, our army. I don't know how many of you have gone to army quarters anytime. If you have gone to army quarters, you actually will see Bhagavad Gita encrypted on many of their walls. And how many of you know, I have some devotees who are soldiers. They read Bhagavad Gita. They have a copy of Bhagavad Gita before they go to the war. And even when somebody dies, there is a major, he told me, I'm just sharing two more minutes, I'll take. The major, his name is Major Verma. He used to come to the class. He attended the entire Bhagavad Gita. Now they own a big international school, and we all, I often talk to him. He told me in Siachen, the glacier, where it's very, very difficult to even do guarding, because people die there just by being there because there is so much minus. And our soldiers go and give their life. Many people die without even doing a war, but that's a war line. It's a war zone where they stop the border for all of us, right? They told that sometimes when a soldier, when 4 soldiers are walking. They all hold a rope because they don't know what is underneath. Because the snow is so thick, they don't know where the ditch is, where the person. And if somebody falls into it, there is no way you can bring him out. And he told me that when somebody is in that situation, when the soldier is going to die, they read Bhagavad Gita. Right? So please, everybody clap. This is our culture. This is our army. They are protecting us. They could have done any software job. They could have lived in any flat. But they are chosen ones who are going there to save and fight for all of us. And we should keep them in our prayers, not as a favor, not as an obligation, as our dharma. As our dharma, we should remember that. Now, I don't know how many here have given your daughters and your sons to the army, but there are some who have done it, and they are all standing and doing a war for all of us, for fighting against the innocent who have been brutally killed. Terrorism is not acceptable, right? And there is no doubt that if an army is chanting Bhagavad Gita, they will win the war. There is no doubt about it. Don't even carry that doubt. Wherever there is Krishna, wherever there is Arjuna, there is victory. There is all auspicious. That is the last sloka of Bhagavad Gita, right? So we are going to win the war, but during the war, we should understand what are they trying to save here. They are not saving a tract of land. They are saving our culture. Prabhujis and Matajis, those warriors are not fighting for 1-2 acres of land. They are trying to save our culture, our Bhagavad Gita. They don't want any other culture to come and finish this culture. And all of you here have the responsibility of carrying this culture to the next generations. Right? So many women here, so many Matajis here. Tomorrow you'll get married, you'll have children. If you learn Bhagavad Gita, you will teach your children Bhagavad Gita. And I am so proud to see that so many youngsters, almost I think 70-80 of them here are youngsters, which is a very good thing. Right? Learn Bhagavad Gita and understand Bhagavad Gita. Teach it to the next generations, and let us salute, the sacrifice that those soldiers are doing so that we can do this satsang here. If those soldiers are not there on the border, this country can be converted to a place where to do this satsang, it will not be possible, right? To do this in any community. So let us rise above, all our thoughts of so-called secularism or so-called thoughts, and understand what those soldiers are fighting for. They are fighting for us. And they are fighting, following the orders of Bhagavad Gita. And they are fighting so that this culture of Sanatana Dharma continues. And the word Sanatana itself means eternal. Nobody can touch or scratch on Sanatana Dharma. It will always remain on this planet, and it will flourish this planet and make it always happy. So I'm very grateful to every one of you. Yes, you want to say something? Lift your hand. Yes. Hare Krishna. Mataji's brother is Colonel and is posted in Jammu. Yes. उनका नाम बताइए. Durgesh. So Durgesh Prabhu has gone to Jammu right now. He is Mataji's brother, and he's gone there to save and fight for all of us. Prabhu, his life is on line. Mataji works in Meridian School. HOD. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji, for coming here. Thank you. If a teacher is sitting here, please forgive the student for any mistakes. Teachers always beaten me. You don't beat me. Anurag. Thank you. Yes, बिल्कुल. वो हमारे लिए युद्ध लड़ रहे हैं माता जी. Yes, बिल्कुल. अगर आप उनको संदेश पहुंचा सकती हैं, ये लेक्चर का रिकॉर्डिंग रहेगा. आप उनको लास्ट पार्ट दिखा दीजिए ताकि हमारे तरफ से हम आपको प्रणाम करते हैं आप जो कर रहे हैं, एंड हमारे लिए आप जान देने के लिए तैयार हैं. हम आपके लिए सब कुछ करने के लिए तैयार हैं. हरे कृष्ण.
We have one Colonel Anil Sharma who is staying in our My Hope station, block 4, flat number 1004. And we had a meeting sometime back, and we asked him, can we do anything?
Yes.
So he said, what he suggested was, this is nothing. If he can, some of us can, if he can do it, it's a great thing.
Yes, yes.
So we can have a small team made in every society where we have few doctors, because we'll be needing the help of some doctors. Even if you have a vehicle with you, we'll be needing people to transport people from the place where, God forbid, that should happen. But if something happens, we have to take them to the hospital and all those things. All those small services we can make a list with their contact numbers of all those volunteers, and if we give them to the authorities here, that will be a great help, and that will be a great moral booster to those people who are really doing a great job.
Yes, we can do that project. That's the least we can do. So if any of you have friends or relatives who are doctors, please contact them, take their contact number, and if they're willing to do a free service, for this country, so please bring those names next week. We'll make a list of it and we'll give it to Anurag Prabhu, and Anurag Prabhu will pass it on to the right person on the army side. Here we have an army campus right here, very close in Golconda, or wherever you want to give that, and they will contact those doctors when the need comes, so they can use their services there. So I'm very grateful, and yes, Prabhu, Rajesh Prabhu.
Management persons, volunteers,
Yes.
do the jobs. It's not a matter of doctors only.
Yeah.
We need many persons, any person who has some specialization in any field, management, paramedical. So in case of war, Hyderabad is also one of the targets.
One of the targets,
Because
yes.
of software. For any person, we can prepare a list of those persons who have not skill in management, because a management person can understand if a message comes, so he can understand the gravity of that message. An ordinary person cannot understand the gravity of some message.
Yeah.
So we have to act accordingly. So every person who volunteers himself for the service, so he can write his field in which he is specialized, so that he
Yes.
can prepare a list, and it is not to be sent to the army.
Local authorities, we can.
Yeah. I think if you can be the contact where we can do this, we will be. I'm a chartered accountant myself. If there is anything I can do, please let me know. Include my name also. This is a time to come united, and this is a time to show the world that we are united, and also appreciate and acknowledge what others are doing for us. And they're not others; they're our family, right? They're our family. So let us remember that, right? I'm very grateful, Prabhuji, for bringing it up. Don't think religion is different from warfare or anything. When war is needed, that is also religion, right? And we're not going to keep quiet going through this in the name of anything. There are a lot of things that we have been bombarded, in the last 70 odd years. Our education system made us spineless, but that is not who we are. We have to do what is needed. We have to do what is needful, and that's exactly what Krishna did. When you read Bhagavad Gita, by the time you finish the second chapter, you'll understand so many explanations Krishna gives how to lead a life. And Krishna is not for violence. Krishna is for establishing dharma, right? So we have to keep aside all our petty understandings and perspectives. And another humble request that I will request to all of you: if anybody is speaking against a country, don't keep quiet. Don't keep quiet. He is insulting our country, our Bharat Varsha. He is saying anything negative. Don't keep quiet. Enough we have kept quiet. Actually, we keeping quiet has created all these useless fellows and useless societies and so-called YouTubers or whatever it is. Smash them out giving your replies. Don't keep quiet. Because if we keep quiet, they'll become more powerful. And ultimately, the people who are fighting for us, who are giving their lives for us, they should not be insulted. Right? Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Ultimate, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare. Sorry, I'll leave right immediately after this. I may not be able to meet you personally. I have some health issues. Please forgive me. And I'm very grateful for all of you to come. We have only finished one verse today. But next week onwards, we'll go more faster. And please come prepared with your questions. Best way is you can read the verse in advance. Next week, we'll try to go from second verse to 10th verse. minimum, or even 15th maybe. So you can read in advance, come back with your questions. Please ask questions. I'm liking this because if you ask questions, not only you will get benefited, others also will get benefited. है ना? Your question is always right. Answer can be wrong. That is a different thing. But your question is always right. So please don't stop yourself from asking questions. And we have just finished the first verse today. Please go and encourage your colleagues, your relatives, your children. With your heart, encourage them. Please come and learn this. I'm not trying to create a gang here. That's not the point.
Why not?
We have to give this knowledge to everybody. We have to give this to everybody. Sanatan has to unite, right? And Bhagavad Gita is the only medium to unite. Bhakti we have to bring for Krishna and follow the instructions of Krishna. Then we'll become more powerful, right? So let us sing Narshing Arti. Narshing Arti is a arti that we sing to protect our devotion. Little devotion is there inside us. Hey Narshing Dev, like you protected Prahlad, the little Prahlad, please protect the little devotion that I have inside me so that I can continue in these classes. Because my determination to continue in this class is very fragile. Maya can come and push me into all different activities. But let me be regular. Please help me, Narshing Dev, that I can be as devoted or at least some devoted as Prahlad and continue my devotion. Right? Should I sing it today?
Yes.
Prabhuji actually very nicely sings. Prabhu. Yeah. No, I will request him only to sing. Yeah. Yahan pe aao, yahan. You're sure you can stand here? This taraf aa jao.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
भक्त विघ्नाश नरसिंहदेव भगवान की, भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की, ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की, ऑल असेंबल्ड वंडरफुल डिवोटीज की, श्रीमद् भगवद गीता ग्रंथ की, भगवद गीता चैप्टर 1 वर्स 1 की, धृतराष्ट्र की, डाउन डाउन Nitai Gaur Premanande. Thank you very much. Please honor Prasadam. Nicely sit down. You can sit down here, there, everywhere, and sit in a circle, small circle, so you can get to know each other. They're all wonderful people who have come here. Please get to know each other. I'll see you next week if Krishna permits. Hare Krishna. Yeah. And down, whatever it was. Okay. Those who have taken books, you can pay through the barcode. You can directly pay there, and the money will be used for the same purposes. Hare Krishna. And if anybody wants to donate anything, please feel free. There is a Prabhu called Chakrapani Prabhu. He is our central repository. So he uses everything for these purposes. And I also am grateful to the society who has given this place for us so we can conduct these sessions. Hare Krishna.